Point Dex. This is TarotOnDex, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started because you know we dominate these time constraints. Let's see what messages we can pull for the collective. Man, I hadn't seen that money deck. Did I blend it with another deck or something? Because we haven't done a money spread this entire week. The most interesting thing in the world. That deck just grew legs and walked. So, whatever. Maybe we don't need to look into that. Don't stress you out. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message for the divine collective? What do you need to know most to walk the highest path for the greatest good? Divine feminine has been coming up a lot. Living in the moment. 743 angel number, 77 angel number. Not happy. You got somebody mad. Somebody's very flustered and somebody frustrated. It looks like because you're taking care of yourself. Because you're in a very nurturing energy. Really, this to me is putting yourself first, not in a selfish way. This is taking care of yourself so that you can do for the world, so that you can show up in other areas of life. Illumination. So something has been illuminated to you. You can't go back to darkness, right? Education makes you unfit to be a slave. So somebody's very upset at the level of illumination that you've attained at this point. It has something to do with the way you love and care about yourself. It really does, and how like that makes it difficult for somebody to be able to manipulate you. Workplace affair. Educated person is unfit to be a slave. There's something that's been illuminated inside of you, and things that you once felt a need for, a desire for. You felt like the only way for you to create a lifestyle, workplace affair, was for you to have a job or whatever. You don't think that shit no more. There's illumination. There's illumination about your creative abilities, and you understand that you take your abundance, you take your prosperity. The source of your abundance and your prosperity is always within you. And somebody's mad. Like a dog. You know that dogs get mad, like slobbing at the mouth or some shit. Because you don't feel like you need, like you don't feel like I'm trying to find the best way to explain it. Like the way that most people go about creating their life and what most people feel like they need. And I don't know if it's most people. I think it's levels to this shit. Based on a certain level of understanding what most people would think they need, you've ascended beyond and you no longer feel the need for the normal constraints that everybody feels. It's for some of y'all, it's a job. Like literally, you might be independent contractor and you used to think, oh no, I gotta have a job, and now you say, oh no, I can make money and I make way more money than any job could ever give me. Like whatever that's how it feels to me. Give me one more card. Fake pregnancy, fake news, right? So I really feel like this is somebody who wants you to get nervous. I feel like this is somebody who wants you to get scared. I feel like this is somebody who wants you anxious, and they want you anxious thinking that, oh no, I need this person, or I need this job, or I need this external entity. But you have become so intimate with yourself that you know it's nothing outside of yourself that you need, and so they can't make you scared. At the bottom of they cannot make you frightened. You're not afraid to lose anything. There's a sense of okayness. If something goes, let it go. If something comes, let it come, and you still gonna be okay. And this frustrates somebody. Living in the moment came out twice. They can't put you in a mind state to make you feel like you don't have something, or you need something, or to make you feel fearful or fretful. They have to get you in that fearful and fretful mind state to be able to play other mind games. This is what I'm tapped into. Whatever go, let it go. And that's how you feel. If something comes, cool. You're not afraid. And they need that. They need to be able to access that part of your psyche. I tell y'all all all the time. Fear not, for God is with you. And somebody, you have embodied that. God is with me. God is with me. God is with me. So what is outside of you but anything that will want to come against God? That's what I'm tapped into. Spell. You're not in a mentality. You don't have the mind state to be able to be captivated about these spells. These spells not working on you. And the person who casting the spells is mad. They are mad as a dog that shit is not working on you. You're not, nothing is putting you in a mind state that's making you fearful and fretful, and that's what they're trying to figure out. How can we captivate this person? How can we mesmerize them? So be aware. You're doing something. We've been talking about your ritual routines and your regimens. Something that you're doing is fortifying your energy, and where these witches and these warlocks used to feel like they had access to your energy, like they could, toss you to and fro, have you upset or have you concerned or have you worried or whatever. That shit ain't working on you no more. You'll go in the kitchen and light you a few candles and do you a few Hail Mary, Holy Mother Mary of God, and go on about your business. They not able to invoke those energies in you that they used to be able to invoke. This is what I tapped into. That card saying payback, but we're gonna knock and shuffle. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides said we should see us walk the highest path I for the greatest good. What is the most important message? Look closely. There was the card, the card that I turned over in the deck before this look closely card came out was photoshopped, and then look closely. So your spirit team is like, watch out for these. Like the way the world is going, they have AI, artificial intelligence. They have these they're making these videos that look real, but they're not real. Your spirit team is saying, look closely. At this time, the most powerful path forward is to not be deceived in any way or form by like this artificial intelligence. Hey.
Why is all the TVs on the floor?
I unplugged all the TVs.
Why?
I just feel like we give too much time to the TV. I feel like we give too much time to the TV. We don't spend enough time with each other. We need to spend some more time together. So I took all that shit down. I was on them shrooms last night. You know when you be on them shrooms, you have fucking divine revelations and shit. I took all the TVs down.
I was about to watch TV.
No, I don't think we're going to watch TV right now. Go find something else to do. Read a book. Do a puzzle. Took all that shit down. Anyway, angels, archangels, ancestors. When I was up to about 5 o'clock this morning. Anyway. Be aware. Like, don't be fooled by these artificial technologies that are trying to gain access to your psyche. Look closely and speak up. Toxic behavior and mirror. There's a lot. Okay, because I feel like what's interesting is as soon as this look closely card came out, it's in his hand. And I saw Photoshop. It went in the in back in the deck. It might come back out. It might not. And then kind of we talked about the TVs for a little bit. Well, we didn't really talk about it. Aaron came in here and asked what happened to the TVs, and I took all the TVs down because I was tripping last night. Anyway, it's something about something trying to gain control of your consciousness, like the seat of your soul. All this week we've been talking about your pineal gland. We've been talking about guarding your gates and the idea that there's something trying to gain access to the seat of your soul. This entity, it doesn't have a body like you and me, but it is a force that wants to gain access to the seat of your soul because that's what can make you most controllable. And this is what you need to know. Not only do you need to be on guard for this entity that doesn't have a body, but it really wants to control the seat of your soul. It wants to be able to infiltrate your mind. Not only do you need to be able to be on the guard for this thing, you need to be able to talk about it. You need to be able to say, hey, I noticed this, I noticed this, I noticed this other thing. My damn TV was on a TV stand. It's a large TV stand. It was a large TV. And then when I took the TV down, I realized how much space it was, right? Like how much space it was. I know a lot of people have their TVs mounted on the wall. That's cool. But when I took my TV down, I was like, Look how much space this. It's like, it's very, very big. Look how much space it was taking up. Now, it's just be aware of how there are entities that don't have bodies like you and I have. And I think because when you dealing with forces that don't have a body, it's easy to misconstrue it and dismiss it and not even give it a high vibrational or a low vibrational, a negative or a positive or a neutral charge, right? You just understand that these forces are around you, but you kind of don't give them a neutral or positive or negative charge. This is a negative force that wants to control your mind, and it's using all of these things that's meant to help you, to enable you and debilitate you. And if you're not aware, then it's going to take over your consciousness, and then you're going to turn into a robot zombie like a lot of the people in the world, right? So be aware of this kind of force that's trying to gain access to the seat of your soul, and then speak up about it and create changes, right? Do something about it. Create changes in your personal life that may impact the lives of the people around you. But that's what this feels like. Gaslighting. Mirror, mirror, and look closer. So do not let anything or anyone, especially some of these technological devices, define your experience. Things are falling apart and you're getting a new home. Outdated paradigms are falling apart and you're starting to see how things weren't sewn together or were not put together correctly. And I see you building something new. I really feel like this has something to do with your mind. I really feel like this has something to do with entities and energies that want to attack your mind. I really feel like you're becoming aware of how these entities and these energies attack your mind. I really feel like you're being charged with developing a new way and a new modality. And through you, that modality will be spread into the world. That's what it feels like. Energy vampires. The system and the structure that's taking most of your energy, that's stopping you from being able to get done what you're trying to get done, is not in a body like me and you. It's not another person. It's a force, and this force comes through these boxes that we always hold in our hand. Those boxes that we're always staring at. And if you don't become aware of those boxes, it's gonna try to like take control of your mind. Mind control, right? Back in the days, they used to have all these movies about mind control, mind control, mind control. And it would always come through as like a person trying to hypnotize the people. But what if the thing that's trying to mind control you is this little contraption in your hand? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. How y'all doing? Why did you let them change your mixed name to Pearl Milling Company? Need to get your money in Sue. That's the best that you can come up with. What's the person's name? Thino. That's all you got? That was the best thing you could come up with. I mean, 12 years of Western education and maybe some college, and that's all you got. The only reference that you have is Angel Mama from the Folk Slave. That's crazy. I think you could have come up with something better than that. I feel like you could at least call me a man-looking woman or something like that. Angel Mama, that's all you got. That means that you couldn't think of nothing. That means you couldn't think of nothing to say. You tried hard, you looked, you tried to find something, you couldn't really find anything, so you just said something. And I'm disappointed in you. I feel like they come harder than that on here. One of the things I love about YouTube is that when they come on here with YouTube, when they come on here trolling, they really know how to troll. They really have you questioning, do I need to lose weight or something like that. That was horrible. That was all you had? Angel Mama job? Get the fuck out of here. That was horrible. That was trash. You got to go back to the drawing board and don't even come on YouTube. Go on Facebook and TikTok with that weak ass shit. Don't come on YouTube till you come up with some better jokes. I'm mad. I'm mad that you didn't offend me. I'm pissed off. Don't waste nobody's time with that. Don't waste my motherfucking moderator's energy with that weak ass shit. That's all you got? But you could have came up with something better than that. You could have said I look like a man or something. They normally comment on my weight or something. That's all you got. Baby, go home. Go rest your nerves. You up early in the morning. You could be, researching how to get a job or something. You up early in the morning with that weak ass shit. Angels are. You should have say that. You should have say that, bitch. You should have kept that one in the pocket. You should have kept that in the chamber and it came with something harder than that. I'm a little upset. That's all you got for me. You really couldn't think of it. You really couldn't think of it. That's all you had. And that was trash. That was garbage. Hot, burning dumpster fire. Don't tell nobody else that. Don't go to trying to be racist and shit and that's all you got. Do you know I'm from Louisiana? Do you know I'm from the deep south? Don't go trying to be racist and all you got. Because first of all, I know some racist people and you put them to shame. That's all you got? Man, you don't know nothing about no racism. Go on. You supposed to be at school somewhere. You probably about 14 years old. That's all you got. That's all you got. Pearl mining. And so you be into the stories and shit. You be reading the news headlines. Oh, they're changing the name of Aunt Jemima to. How the fuck you even know that? Anyway, the human GPS. This card comes out a lot. And I do feel like it has something to do with being tracked. I do feel like it has something to do with you being tracked. Awkward dancer. The reason why this motherfucker got a map. This motherfucker got an old school map too. Pearl Milling Mining Company. They got a Pearl Milling Mining Company map. Either way it go, they got an old school map. They not even using their GPS. Either way it go, I feel like the steps that you take. The steps that you take, you know how notice how it says awkward dancer? The steps that you take have these motherfuckers confused. They never know which direction that you're going in. Retail therapy guru. What tempts most people? What will take most people off course? What like glitters and glistens in most people's eyes does not track well for you. Like maybe you do have some things that you'd like to buy. If somebody said, I'll offer you a shopping spree, you'll be like, cool, I'll take the shopping spree. But they might think you're gonna go to the electronics section of the store, or maybe go to the clothing section of the store, and you go straight to the books. And you say, oh, you gonna give me any book I want, and you know that there's $1,000 book that you've been wanting, and you like, this is what I want. It's this type of energy. You keep these motherfuckers guessing, and because you keep them guessing, they never know which direction that you're gonna go in. And so when they're orchestrating these events that's supposed to like catch you up, they never know which direction you're going. They never know which direction you're going. It's kind of like those cash grabs. Right? You never know what part of the city they're going to be in, right? You just hope that you're in the part of the city when you see the post, though you can try to go grab the cash, right? It's this type of energy. They can't siphon your energy. They can't siphon your energy because they never know which direction that you're going to take. And even when you do, like, take the bait, like the shopping spree example, you're not going to the clothes section to buy no whole bunch of clothes. You're not going to the beauty section to get no makeup. You're not going to the electronic section to get a new phone. You're going to the book section. You might go to the toy section, buy a whole bunch of toys just because you want to take it to the shelter and give it away. You always keeping bitches guessing, and that's why these witches and these warlocks can't fuck with you. So look, they could beat you. They couldn't beat you. They cannot beat you because they ain't got no hands. They can't beat you, so they got to try to join you. They got to smile in your fucking face, pretend to be cordial, pretend to be like they on your side, to be able to kind of read your map, to be able to try to infiltrate and figure out what your outline is. They trying to figure out what your next step is. You know, what it was, the Clovers, what the other team was? Go put a shirt on. The Clovers and the other ones, you know how they was copping out for the Clovers, is this type of energy. What the other team was, I don't know. Guess why I don't know? Because I don't be in the people business like that. What's the other team? The Clovers and the other people team. The Tauros. Thank you. I don't be in the people business. I don't know what they do. Legal issues, energy is out here with spiritual hater. I love it. So now this spiritual hater who was trying to, have you caught up in all kinds of situations and circumstances that they were orchestrating, is going through legal issues. I say, why this legal issue card? Why this legal issue card? Why this legal issue cards? Not a spiritual hater who's been trying to orchestrate all these situations and circumstances and figure out what your next move is going through legal issues and trying to fake smile so they can try to triangulate with you to be able to project some negative energy onto you. I love this. I love this. Serial killer who? This person thought they was a beast. They thought they was a dog. Roof, roof, roof. Hell, you a cane corso. They can't fuck with you. Dog who? They couldn't dog you. Maybe they was a dogging some people before. You know what I mean? We don't have nothing to do with that. We don't even give a fuck about that. They couldn't dog you. That's what we give a fuck about, yeah. Content energy is out here. And this fucking spiritual hater, so it must be somebody who does the same thing that you do for a living. Right? And they try to criticize how you do what you do for a living. Because you do what you do for a living so much better than they do what they do for a living. They done made it their problem. Now this person is haunted. This person is haunted because they couldn't get you caught up. They couldn't guess your next moves. They couldn't guess your next moves enough to get you caught up in a situation to be able to have you unvalidated and discredited. So now they're having the legal issues. The same hole that this spiritual hater dug for you with they fake ass is a hole that they about to land in. Serial killer who? Ain't no serial killer over here. Unless you're talking about some motherfucking frosted flake, bitch. Conspiracy theories. Because you seen this motherfucker coming a mile away. You seen the triangulations. You tied all the shit together. You say, oh, they trying to figure out what my next step is. They want to know how I'm coming. They wanted to know how you was coming. And they couldn't figure it out. Deck shut down. What is this? Dodging bullets. Dodging bullets. The most powerful path forward is for you to let them think what the fuck they want to think. Because if you try to go in and clear up some type of reputation, that's what saved your ass. The idea that you let them think whatever the fuck they wanted to think. Because they just knew that when they spread all of these lies and rumors about you, that you was going to come running. When they spread all of these lies and rumors about you, oh, we got a free shopping spree. They knew you was going to come running and shit. Even if you did go there, that wasn't the same direction they was expecting you to come in. This is what I'm tapped into. They can't figure out what your next move is. This is what I'm tapped into. They can't figure out what your next move is. So the things that they feel like would bait you, the things that they feel like would tempt you, would cause you to step outside of a line, that shit don't work for you. That shit ain't impressive to you. You ain't worried about that shit. You ain't checking for that. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message for the divine collective in regards to finances? What do you need to know most? Job, hiring. We're hiring. This is like Ace of Pentacles energy. There's opportunities for there's opportunities for expansion and abundance all around you. It's really going to be about you grabbing hold. Because how would you know that they were hiring or that there were people with opportunities for advancement for you if you wasn't looking for those opportunities for advancing? One of the things that showed up in that first spread that we did was like, look closely. Look closely. Seek and you shall find. Unexpected expenses, energies in reverse. So there's Ace of Pentacles, and this feels like an ace in the hole. Like, opportunities for advancement that you will be able to utilize in the ways that you want to. It's not going to be for covering any bills that you already have. It's not going to be for anything that's already in place or established. You're going to be able to do with this opportunity what you want to do. Somebody say they going shopping, which has been showing up a lot for the collective. A shopping spree, retail therapy, this type of energy. But there's definitely opportunities for gainful employment or resources that come that are more than enough for you to carry your bills and then say go shopping or take a vacation or something like that. Negotiation in reverse. Non-negotiable energy is out here. Like, one of the most permeating messages that's coming through for the collective in today's session has to do with like you taking care of yourself, and how you taking care of yourself, being in that divine feminine energy, creates a frequency around you that's like a force field for negative energy, right? So there are going to be some things that are non-negotiable in regards to these opportunities. You have to ask and speak. You have to say, no, I'd rather work from home than to go into the office. You have to say, I need at least this much money to be able to provide a lifestyle and cover my bills, right? Like, you have got to learn to speak up for yourself, like facing like conflict resolution, like facing the challenges that you face. Background check energy is out here. I like the energy. I do see opportunities for expansion, but I also feel like there's this energy around like not speaking up for yourself, being kind of like timid to speak up for yourself because you feel like that will cause you to miss out on the opportunity. But speaking up for yourself is what's going to make this opportunity like worthwhile. That's what I feel like. Selling energy is out here. So there's abundance. There's more than enough. Make sure that you're allocating these resources so that you can experience what more than enough is like. I see gainful employment out here. I see like more than enough. Responsibilities, selling, and shopping. I see somebody speaking up for themselves, saying, hey, I want to work from home. Or saying, hey, if I have to come into the office, I need to come into the office twice a week and I want to make more per hour. Whatever. Speaking up and negotiating. Those are going to be your most powerful path forward. And what I see more than anything in regards to finances is a surplus. Like a little bit extra to where you can do what you need to do for yourself. Because when you do what you need to do for yourself in that divine feminine energy, it creates a force field around negative energy, right? So yeah, there's like surplus energy, shopping, vacations, and getting and not no toxic work environments. Somebody is on a job interview or maybe even interviewing for a job and you negotiating. You saying I need to make, or you should negotiate. You need to make this much money. You want to only work from home. You want to work out of the office 2 days a week or whatever it is like that. Negotiation is going to be your most powerful path forward. Pay bills. But this is gainful employment. This is more than enough for you to do what you need to do. This is what I'm tapped into. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Let's get these elements. Let's get these elements up and going. Well, let's do one more reading. One more collective reading. The big thing about like what's going on with finances is look closely. Look closely. Make sure it's not AI, and then look closely, right? Do thorough evaluations. That's going to be your most powerful, and then you'll find these opportunities. Now, what's going on? What we need to know most? Betrayal, deceit, backstab, traitor, and not to be trusted. Let's see what comes out on top of that. Thank you. Toxic, baby. What y'all got going on? Betrayal and toxic. Be careful not to overindulge. There's this energy around somebody who feels like maybe let's say you have plans this weekend and you're thinking of going out and letting loose. You need to be careful. You really need to be on guard in what you're consuming and also who you're trusting when you're getting into these altered states of consciousness. We've been talking a lot this week about altered states of consciousness. We've been talking about the pineal gland and guarding your gates. And this feels like there's this, force. Somebody is being compelled by a force that wants to betray you. And they're wanting to try to use like toxic shock is what I'll say. They're trying to maybe get into your food or other items of consumption in order to gain access to your pineal gland, but it has to happen through altered states of consciousness in their fields and falling apart. And I feel like somebody wants you. They want you to lower your guard. They want you to let the force field down. If you let the force field down, they can like transfer a spiritually transmitted disease to you. So whether this is physically or mentally or emotionally or spiritual or all of the above, you really need to be protecting your energy and being thoughtful about how you're getting beside yourself, what's going on when you're getting into these altered states of consciousness, who's around you, and can you really trust. I like to be by myself, causing unexplained body pain and numbness. Because I feel like there's somebody who wants to get you to ingest something, get you to consume something that puts you in an altered state of consciousness that makes you more vulnerable to their attacks. So beware. They'll claim I did it first, knowing damn well they got inspired by you. This is somebody who's jealous of what you're doing. One of the most permeating messages this week has been slip a Mickey. Because they've been showing me a high school athlete is what they've been showing me going to college. And I know you know that summer after senior year is something else, right? And they showed me this college person who's getting drafted to go play sports at some D1 school. And at some party over the summer, they end up drinking or smoking or doing something and their mind never get right. They end up never going to that school, never getting drafted. Whatever career that they had winds up being destroyed because of that one night. And this is somebody who's jealous of that. They want whatever potential that you have. And I don't care how little you think it is. And I don't care if you think ain't nobody checking for you. And your thing, they checking for you and your thing. And they trying to usurp. This is called destiny swapping. And they want you to get drunk and high or either be so in love that you don't see it's happening. That's what I'm tapped into. They secretly keep tabs on your every move. And that's what demons do, right? They study you. They study you to know what your weaknesses is. A lot of times the demon has been hunting you and stalking you all your life knows your weaknesses more than you do. And that's the problem. That's what Spirit is talking about. These motherfuckers know what you would be vulnerable to before you do. Earlier in the reading, there was a card that had awkward dancer. Don't let them know your next step. Don't let them know what you're planning on doing next, because they try to find any way that they can to infiltrate your energy. Infiltrate your energy and redirect your destiny. Their social media posts and memes are directed towards you. A lot of this shit is going over your head, or going as like going like, it's something that you're not really paying attention to. But if you look a little bit closely, you will see. I don't care if it's your boyfriend, I don't care if it's your girlfriend. You might feel like this person is closely connected to you. You might feel like they all you got. But if this is all you got, you ain't got nothing. That's what I'm tapped into. Claiming credit over your success. And if they can't claim credit over your success, they're going to create conditions to be able to call you crazy. If they cannot claim credit over your success, these people are going to create conditions to be able to call you crazy. So they'll say, oh yeah, you was drunk, oh yeah, you was high, but they won't say that they gave you the liquor. Hating on your body image exercise routine. Guard your gates. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's get some messages for the elements. Page of Cups. Lord, y'all. We was live yesterday on the Facebook application. If you don't follow me over there, make sure you go over there and follow me, because we had some fun last night. And Page of Cups kept coming out. The Page of Cups just kept coming out, bruh. Like it made me mad. And the Page of Cups this is somebody who's a skunk. They want to be a kitten. They pretend to be a cat, or they pretend to be comparable. They pretend to be whatever you are, but they're not. And you know it. That's the thing about the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is, you know damn well that ain't no motherfucking cat. You see that it's a skunk. And unless you had the things removed that make it spray, then the motherfucking skunk is going to skunk on you. Now let's go Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what the most important message is for you at this time. What do you need to know most to walk your highest path for your greatest good, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? Look. That fucking Page of Cups. Somebody trying to come in with an apology. Somebody trying to come in and be very fucking sweet. But they have, even if they don't know they have ulterior motives, you have to see it for what it is, so that whatever low vibrational energy does not spread to you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Eight of Swords. Get out of your head and get into your hands. You've had an experience. You've experienced something enough to know whether or not it's for you. The King of Wands energy is out here. The thing is, Eight of Swords, King of Wands, Justice card, you got to get out of your head. You got to say, I've experienced this enough to know that this is not something I want, and be able to stand on that and take what comes with that. King of Wands, Eight of Swords, Justice card. That is like hating a job and going to that bitch every day and never looking for another job, not putting in no other job applications, but you know you hate this job, but you wake up every day on time and you go, there's a misfire there, right? Like the energy is misconstrued. On one hand it's this thing, but on the other hand it's this thing. And so let your actions and your thoughts and your emotions align at this time, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. A lot of the torment that you're experiencing is because your mind is telling you something, but your actions ain't following it. You hate that job, or you hate that person, or you hate that experience, but you keep going back to it. And you might be going back to it under the guise of, this is what the world says you're supposed to do. Why would you continue to expose yourself to something that your inner spirit says, we don't like this? This is what I'm tapped into. Ace of Pentacles energy is out here. I've been tapped into it. Queen of Pentacles energy. So yes, there is this needing a need for you to align your thoughts with your actions and your words, but there's a sacrifice, or there's a cost to pay. Five of Cups energy is out here. But when I tell you that it's going to be well worth the reward, that the entry fee into what you desire, what you have to let go of to get what you want, is so worth what your spirit is asking you to sacrifice. The Five of Cups energy is out here with the Tower card. It's Eight of Swords. That's what spirit is asking you to sacrifice. Because you don't like that shit anyway. You don't like that person anyway. You don't really too much care for their ass anyway. So you need to say what needs to be said and act on what needs to be acted on, and what go with that. But really the thing is, what goes with that is something that sets you free. Seven of Swords energy is in reverse. You get to take the mask off and you get to operate in your authenticity. Ace of Wands energy is out here. Yeah, it does feel like there's a price to pay. It does feel like, This is not going to be a smooth transition no matter how smoothly you try to make it go. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords. And it feels like what you mean and what you have to say means it's like, I'm not fucking with this shit no more. That's what this feels like to me. I tried it. I tried it and I didn't like it. I'm not fucking with this shit no more. Okay, King of Wands, Justice card. And making that decision and standing on how you feel about something is what's going to give you passage into a new world. Right? That's what they was calling it when they was on the Titanic. They said, we're going to the new world, the new land, or whatever it is like that. And so your spirit team is trying to give you passage into a new world. But it's going to cost you your old one. And somebody's like a little bit hesitant about what it's costing you when all you do is complain about what it's costing you anyway. I don't know. How Eeyore ass be talking all the time. The Wheel of Fortune with the Devil card. So this self-imposed bondage that you think you need or want or desire is holding you back from the wheel turning in your favor. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. Your time is a very precious resource. Something that you don't easily get back. So every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you. And I hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's go, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Let's go, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Let's see what the most important message for you is at this time. What do you need to know most? The 4 Wands, 1111. Make a wish. One thing that I recently noticed about this 4 Wands is look how Kid ass covering his mouth like, and then Play ass thinking that he not even covering his own mouth. Kid covering his mouth, right? And so, like, there's a close connection to you that's, like, maybe affiliated and associated, like, in some type of secret organization, and you need to be aware of that. But 4 Wands, 1111, make a wish, right? It's almost like having someone else, like, sign you up for something. Like, you didn't know, like, let's say there was a party, and you get invited to the party. Your friend says, come on, let's go to the party. And the host of the party says, if you come to the party, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your friend didn't tell you that. Your friend only say, oh, we got invited to the party. Come on, let's go. You're not knowing what you're going to have to give up or what you're going to have to sacrifice when you get there. 4 Wands energy is out here. It seems exciting in the beginning. Your wishes come true like everything that you desire, but be aware of what it might come with. 4 Wands, King of Pentacles energy is out here with the Queen of Swords. One of the most permeating messages that's been coming through today, this is especially for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, is pay close attention. Pay close attention because it feels like somebody is like selling dreams. What I want to say is they telling you the good part about something, like a timeshare, right? They telling you the good part about something, but they leaving out all of the drawbacks. They leaving out all of the drawbacks, and if you're not careful, you could be signing yourself up for something that could get you in trouble. That's what this feels like. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles energy is out here, right? So your most powerful path forward, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, is to ask yourself, what is this costing you? And it might not be costing you anything like money, but it could be taking your time away from something that you really need to be invested in. This is what I'm tapped into. And I really feel like this closely connected entity is aware. Oh, yeah, let's get this person going to the party. Let's get them going to the party so they won't be doing their homework. That's what this feels like. Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. So make a plan and work the plan. I don't care what is trying to get you away from this plan. Learn how to say no. That's what this feels like. Because more than anything, there's a distraction. And this distraction is going to come candy-coated. It's going to come covered in all of the things that you think you want and think you desire. But there's a third-party situation here connected to this that knows it's going to be a major distraction. They already know what it's going to cost you. They want you there for their benefit. They want you there for their benefit, right? Not your own. So be aware of this. 2 of Cups energies in reverse with the 6 of Cups, right? Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. And I think that you have something to lose. In the past, this could have been easy peasy, lemon squeezy, nothing, no skin off your back. But today, 8 of Pentacles energy with this Tower card, all of the energy and effort that you've been investing into something, baby, you got something to lose. And this person who's trying to play you, they want you to walk away from it. They want you to give up your kingdom. They want you to give up your throne, all to go see what Prince Eric and them talking about. Be aware, it's sugar-coated shit now. It's sugar-coated shit. It seems like your wish is coming true, but you got to ask yourself, what is it costing you? What's at the bottom of the deck? Fool. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's go. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up on this good Freya's day. Venus's day. Good day to do some love, attraction, and magnetism work. Let's get some cards for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the most important message for my fire baby? Six of Wands energy. There's a victory. This card always makes me feel like it's gonna, like, it makes me think about record labels and how record labels will try to make you into like a product. Your most powerful path forward is to not become that product, but to operate in your authenticity. And know that it's when you operate in your authenticity and you're expressing your divine energy, that's what people will pay for. There are a lot of examples on this card of many different people who had a life force, a divine life force flowing through them. But it wasn't because they became an industry plant, right? They didn't become an industry plant. They already were great in their own right, and it was that authenticity that allowed them to become a legend. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. 3 of Wands energy with the 6 of Wands is 9 of Wands. There's this energy coming through, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, about you being like everybody else or being some type of industry plant. It feels like somebody's trying to cut away at you. All you got to do is walk like this. All you got to do is talk like this. All you got to do is wear your hair like this, and then you a shoe in. It's like an industry plant. And whatever the industry is, you know how certain people make music and they say, oh, look like this. Oh, look at Britney Spears, right? Perfect example. How many people have tried to destiny swap with Britney Spears because of her authentic energy? That's a good old Louisiana girl right there. You get what I'm saying? They was trying to steal her personality, her persona, basically trying to steal her experience. Understand that being your authentic self is what people really gonna buy. That's what people really appreciate. All of the shit that they trying to make you into, that's fake, and people gonna be able to identify it. And people will also be able to identify like the source that it actually came from. Be your real self. 6 of Wands, Pikachu, they'll never be able to catch up with you.
I want to see Pikachu. Pikachu, who's that Pokemon?
Gotta catch them all. 11-11, make a wish with the 10 of Wands, right? So listen, your wishes are coming true at this time, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Your wishes are coming true at this time, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Your 11-11, make a wish. But don't make it more difficult for yourself than necessary, right? And the way that you don't make it more difficult for yourself than necessary is by letting some entity that feels they're an authority over you, by letting them to chop you up into little pieces or make you into a product. It's like they're trying to make you into a product when you are you. You already a cash cow. They don't need to change anything about you other than giving you the creative freedom that you need to express yourself. This is what I'm tapped into. Queen of Swords. One of the most permeating messages that have been coming through for my collective today is about this. I want to access your pineal gland. This entity or this force that's trying to get here, it's trying to get to your inner thoughts. Not your external thoughts, not how you want us to see you or what you want us to think about you, but that little inner voice that's always talking to you. That's what they're trying to access, so be aware. I'm gonna get you, fucking on a shih tzu. Stop running from this dick, boo. Bitch, you gonna hit who? They trying to get access to that inner voice, so pay attention. 7 of Pentacles energy is out here with the 8 of Wands, right? The direction that you're going in and the energy and effort that you've put into cultivating something is already, the effort is already palpable and tangible and already producing results. Don't let these so-called industry leaders, because that's what it feels like, conform you, get you to change and conform into something that's unrecognizable. You already doing something that's done well, and keep doing what you do. You bringing in a lot of burdens, trying to let them cut away and mold you. I see you, Aaron. Baby, you spent too much money. You think you could... In the past, let me tell you something. In the past, I might have been not paying attention to what you was doing and let you come in here and get the phone or come in here and get the PlayStation and go back and do it. You took it too far. You've taken it too far. You're taking too much leeway. You're not respecting the things that you have. You act like you don't want to have it. Because if you wanted to have it, you wouldn't do that stuff like that. If you wanted to have this phone, you wouldn't charge $200 and think that it's okay. And think that I'm still going to let you have my phone. That don't even make no sense. 4 of Cups. Listen, the energy that's out here for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is somebody that's pretending like they're your coach. And they say, oh, this what you need to do, this what you need to do, this what you need to do. And all of that shit is making it more difficult. You already know what you need to do. What you need to do is hone your skills, amplify the energy that's already natural to you. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. All of that other shit is making it more difficult and taking you away from the actual outcome. Ace of Swords. You already know. You don't really need nobody to tell you. Now, if it's somebody in your life who wants to show you how to sharpen your own skills, that's cool. But if it's somebody in your life that's coming to tell you don't sharpen your own skills, invest in these other skills, they distracting you. Be aware and not distracted. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Libra Aquarius Gemini. Save the best for last, face ass. Libra Aquarius Gemini. What is the most important message? What do you need to know most to walk the highest path for the greatest good? I'm gonna get you. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we can see us walk the highest path ahead for the greatest good. What is the most important message? For my air signs, what do you need to know most to walk the highest path for the greatest good? The Hermit card. Everybody's not going to understand the plans that you're making, but I see the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor at this time. And I also see a lot of monitoring spirits scoping the scenery out to see if there's like a room. This is what this feels like, Helga and Arna, right? There's a lot of people watching you, trying to see. Some people are trying to see if they can be like included in what you're building. And there are other people who are trying to find a loophole. They're trying to find a weak point. They're trying to find an access point, right? A foothold is what it's called in spirituality. Give me some more energy out here. I like your plans. I feel like your plans gonna take you far. They're gonna bring a lot of progress into your life, but I don't feel like the external entities and energies or monitoring spirits will add any value. Let's see what comes out. The Magician card energy. I like it. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Right now, you got that power over me. The Magician card, Wheel of Fortune, Hermit card. Whatever you're formulating in your mind's eye with the determination and the consistency, the universe has your back at this time. And it's like walking with the wind at your back. Right? It'll push you forward and catapult you into the desired outcome. External entities, you got a lot of gnats, you got a lot of flies, you got a lot of monitoring spirits in your energy. Some wanting to know if they can work with you. Well, that's kind, or that's sweet, or that's cool. But no, they'll only be a distraction at this time. Maybe at a certain point in time, you can come in and they can come in and help, but not right now. Right now, it needs to be you and God orchestrating the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit card with the Magician card, really coming up with the plans, really coming up with the blueprints on how you're going to do this. Two of Cups energies in reverse, right? The Seven of Wands energy is out here. There's also this, I don't want it if it's that easy, right? So there's a lot of monitoring spirits. These are fake smiles, people pretending to be admirous of who you are so they can gain access. Be aware of this. Right now, it needs to be exclusive and invite only between you and God. Ace of Pentacles energy is out here. And then how you praying to God in the dark has been one of the most permeating messages since last night. The things that you're doing in the dark, the things that you're doing secretly, the prayers that you're praying in your prayer closet, God will reward you with openly. But be aware, because there are monitoring spirits and there are demons who are lurking and looming. They have been studying you and they think they know what they can offer you to distract you. That's the only concern I see. I see Page of Swords energy, monitoring spirits thinking that they know what to offer you to distract you from the path that you own. 1 angel number. You got the 10, the Magician, and the Ace of Pentacles. But if you stay focused on this path, and it needs to be something that's very intimate. Hermit card, Moon card, Seven of Wands, right? If it's very intimate and you don't involve unnecessary people in your business, you'll produce excellent results. One of the things that I want to say is this King of Pentacles card, Tim the Tool Man Taylor, is that a lot of people don't believe in you. One of the things that I want to say, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, is that there are a lot of people, I don't care how they cheer for you. I don't care if it's the network. I don't care if it's your co-host. It's a lot of people that don't believe in you. And so in this energy, right now, you're about to prove them wrong. You can't let what they think and what they feel stop you, because it's about to blow up in their face. 7979 angel number. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's get one more message for my divine collective. Y'all got a couple days there. Lock in. We'll be back in a couple of days for our daily check-in. But let's see what you need to be doing the most. A lot about divine feminine energy has been showing up. You know, judge, that fucking legal issues card. A lot about divine feminine issues, nurturing, self-care, doting energy. And let's see what masculine energy do you need to be operating in, just to keep it balanced. You saw the scales come out. What masculine energy do you need to be operating in? We know that you got this feminine energy down pat, and you know how to take care of yourself, and you know how to love on yourself, and you know about investing in yourself. Now, what masculine energy do you need to be operating in at this time? What's your most powerful path forward? Nightcap tonight, always. But after the nightcap, a little 15-minute check-in. It's usually not very long and not as like thorough and detailed as these types of readings. So it's just going to be a review. It is not really a deep dig adventure. One of the most powerful tools for you, like especially over the next couple of days, is going to be like stepping outside of your comfort zone. Stepping outside of your comfort zone, like, and in your own volition, right? Like learning how self-sustainability, learning how to set up systems so where you can trust yourself more. Adventure. I see you stepping outside of your comfort zone. You might go to a restaurant that you've been wanting to go to, but you might go by yourself, right? You might go to an event that you want to enjoy, but maybe your friend won't go. She can't go, so you go by yourself. It's this type of energy. Crossing the threshold. More than anything, what I see is something that was intimidating and daunting, a mountain in your life. A mountain in your life, you taking the steps to climb. A mountain in your life, you taking the steps to surmount. Whatever this thing is in your life is not bigger than what's going on inside of you. And so I see you stepping outside of your comfort zone. I see you taking the first steps. I see you, starting the hike. That's what this feels like. Gathering aid. Maybe you're getting your materials. Maybe you're letting the right people know what you're about to do. But I really see more than anything somebody stepping outside of their comfort zone. And you have been telling yourself you can't do it. And even giving yourself excuses as to why you couldn't do it. Oh, I need my mama to go with me. I need my daddy to go with me. I need whatever it is. All of that shit is out of the water at this time. Know it all. Energy is out here, right? Like you're like closing your ears. You're closing your ears to what everybody else has to say about how your life is going to come out or how surmounting this mountain in your life is going to be. And you're taking the first steps. It's a very, very beautiful energy. This weekend, you need to step outside of your comfort zone. You need to go by yourself. You need to do it by yourself. You need to do it afraid. You need to do it. Just do it. Do it small. Do it ugly. Mess it up. Because when you break that threshold, when you get it out of the way, get the first one out of the way, so to say, then the ones that come after that are so much easier. That's what this feels like, Hunter. At the end of the day, I think you want to be like prodigal and like just get it perfectly out the gate. Right? It doesn't work like that. There's practice makes perfect. But when you get the first one out of the way and that initial embarrassment goes away, it'll be smooth sailing from there. So step outside of your comfort zone, cross the threshold, take the first steps to climbing the mountain that has been in your life this time. Thank you. Scribe energy is out here. Some of you are going to write the first pages, and this book has been inside of you for years. Some of you are stepping outside, like you're really going outside. You've been inside. You've been like the curtains drawn, in your cave and in your cubby hole, and you're really about to go get some fresh air. Some of you, you're about to release these thoughts. You're about to let these thoughts out on paper like you need to. Others of you are about to stop letting the limitations in your life that you feel like hold you back, the things that you feel like make you disabled, stop you from like finding the peace, the prosperity that you want in your life. So in spite of the challenges that you face, you still gonna step out there. This is what I'm tapped into. And yes, there's been a lot of fear, false evidence appearing real, but you understand that the fear can only stop you, and it starts right inside of you. The fear can only stop you where you let it start, in your heart. And once you overcome that fear inside of your heart, it's just emotion. It's just you doing it afraid. So this weekend, whatever this is, it's about you doing it afraid. Write that first page. Write that first page. Go outside. Take that walk. Do that exercise. Even if you just do 10 jumping jacks. Break the threshold. Break the virgin, so to say. And then it's going to be full sailing after that. Oppressor energy is out here with status quo. I see you surmounting the mountain. The thing that feels like it has been oppressing you. The thing that feels like it's been overwhelmed. Those dishes, that laundry, that book you've been meaning to write, meeting those new friends, getting out of your comfort zone. All of those things is this weekend you're going to step outside of your comfort zone. And what's happening is you're creating a new status quo. What's at the bottom of the deck? Soldier. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I really appreciate every opportunity that you give me to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. One of the big pushes this week, one of the most permeating messages from this week was don't be consistent. Don't be thorough. Don't push through. If you are consistent and you are thorough and you push through, it's nothing that's going to stop you from getting to the finish line, baby. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Be powerful on purpose. Wholeness, infinite waters flowing through you. Take it easy.